the first thing when I go into a business, and I can tell you if it's too pretty on the outside, the first thing I'm looking for is, what are you hiding? That's a little rough for some people to take, to know that when she comes in, she's automatically coming in looking for, what am I hiding? Because she says it looks too pretty. And there is a correlation, in my experience anyway, that when something just seems to be so well put together, and when you start offering suggestions, they go, oh, I know that, blah, 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 then there's normally something beneath the service that they're hiding. And I just want to let you know that. Number two, the thing I want to add to this is that please know that there are more things happening behind the scenes. I had a client who came back to me and asked me to help her fill her event. And she's using a funnel that I built for her, a landing page, an email sequence that I had built for her. I want to say maybe over a year ago. It's been a while anyway. It's been a while. And she's just reusing it again, but she needs help getting it full. And when I started looking at all of the places that she's missing things, give you a prime example. She has a lot of people right now who are giving their information for the event, but they're not finishing the payment. Do you know, in that one spot, there are 4 things that she's missing. I'm going to tell you one of them right now. One of them is actually picking up the phone. When somebody gives you their contact information and they did not finish the sale, they want you to call them, whether you know it or not. And just by picking up that phone, you can drastically improve your conversion rates. Okay, let's say you're afraid to sell, right? This isn't about a sale. All you got to do is say, hey, Tina, I noticed that you entered your name and your contact information, but you didn't finish paying for the event. I wanted to just see if you had any questions. That simple thing. They're going to say whatever they're going to say, but that opens the door. They're giving you permission for the relationship. But most people think everything is done online, everything, that there's nobody picking up telephones, there's nobody doing any of that. When they don't get to the results that they see all of these big gurus getting, they're like, oh, something is wrong. Pick up the phone. There's a couple of other things that I would do in there. There's 4 in that one little spot in the funnel that she's missing. That was one of them. So there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you aren't looking for because we're focused on what's happening externally, what's happening on the outside. How good does it look? I remember doing a video probably 4 years ago where I was talking about a client who changed how it looked 6 times. And every time she didn't get the results of the sales, she didn't go through the back end of the system. She kept going to the front end of the system and just kept redesigning how it looked. First thing she screwed up was the consistency. If she would have came back with the same look again, some of the people that looked the first time and didn't buy would have, just because of consistency. How it looks is like secondary to me. Now, I know for a lot of people, how it looks is major for them. I'm not saying don't care how it looks. I'm saying you gotta just start paying attention to the other things that are happening behind the scenes. And you'll get further faster. Again, in that one little segment, there was 4 other things she could have been doing. One of them was picking up the phone. The other one is a thing called retargeting. And there's 2 more. I mean, there's just so much. Learn what happens behind the scenes. Learn how to pull things together. Those are just some of the differences of that whole looking. The other part was, wow, I remember starting to work with someone who went out, I think it was maybe Fiverr or something, and said, hey, went and got some people to do some likes on her page. And so she had 100,000 likes on her page, but it wasn't 100,000 people who were engaging. And remember now that there is even an algorithm that is looking at the percentage of people who actually engage on your page. By having all of these people connected to your page who aren't really going to engage, it kind of screws up who's actually going to see without you spending money. Yeah, you can get anybody to see it once you're spending money, right? Like, there's just so many little things and many nuances that this whole trying to look a certain way is screwing up. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today. If there is a particular topic you would like to hear, these are just some sporadic videos I'm doing today, some text messages because I hadn't had any videos in my news feed. So if there's any that you would like to see, let me know and I will do it. I'll see you later. Bye.